Before starting, put the auto-generated YouTube subtitles in French or your mother tongue to get everything, and slow down or speed up the pace as needed. If you don't have time to watch it, just listen this video as a podcast while doing something else. Now listen and learn English as exploring our world. From the moment we're born, we're aware of our own mortality. We see the cycle of life and death play out around us, in nature, in our communities, and yet we can't help but wonder, what happens too? Is death the end of our consciousness, a complete cessation of being, or is it merely a transition, a cosmic doorway into something else entirely? Across cultures and throughout history, humanity has grappled with these questions, seeking answers in philosophy, and yes, even science. Today, we're diving headfirst into the cosmic mystery that is death. We'll be exploring 10 of the most unsettling, thought-provoking, and yes, even disturbing theories about what might await us on the other side. Buckle up, space travelers, because this journey might just take us to the edge of existence itself. Imagine for a moment a cosmic carousel, constantly spinning, never stopping. That's the essence of the cyclical reincarnation theory, a concept found in various forms across ancient philosophies, from Hinduism and Buddhism to ancient Greek thought. The idea is simple yet staggering. When we die, our essence, our soul, doesn't simply vanish. Instead, it's reborn into a new life, a new body, ready to experience the joys and sorrows of existence all over again. This cycle, proponents argue, continues indefinitely. We might live as a king, a pauper, a tree, or even a star, experiencing the full spectrum of existence across countless lifetimes. But there's a catch. With each rebirth, the memories of our past lives fade, obscured by the veil of forgetfulness. Those strange feelings of déjà vu? Those could be echoes of past lives, fleeting glimpses into our forgotten journeys. Think about it. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection as if you've known them forever? Or visited a place and felt an overwhelming sense of familiarity? These could be remnants of past lives bubbling up from our subconscious. Whispers from our forgotten selves, reminders that we are more than just this current life. Now, let's shift gears from ancient wisdom to the cutting edge of modern science. Biocentrism, a theory by Robert Lanza, flips our understanding of life, death, and the universe. Traditionally, we view the universe as a vast, indifferent stage. But what if we have it all backwards? What if consciousness is the architect of the universe? Think of it this way. When we dream, we experience vivid realities complete with their own laws of physics. And yet, when we wake up, we recognize it was all a product of our minds. Biocentrism suggests our waking life might be another layer of this dream. Death could be akin to waking up from this dream, a transition into another state of consciousness. The simulation hypothesis. It sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, doesn't it? But some of the most brilliant minds are taking this idea very seriously. Our computers are getting more powerful every day. We're creating complex virtual realities. Is it far-fetched to imagine our reality as a simulation? It's a mind-boggling concept, raising more questions than answers. One of the most intriguing arguments for the simulation hypothesis is the idea of glitches in the matrix. We've all experienced those weird moments where something seems off, like a déjà vu or an unexplainable coincidence. Could these be errors in the simulation, cracks in the code? Some people believe that these glitches are evidence that our reality isn't quite as real as we think it is. And if the simulation is imperfect, that raises even more questions about its creators and their intentions. Who built this simulated world, and why? What happens when we die in their game? These are questions that philosophers and scientists are just beginning to grapple with. The simulation hypothesis challenges everything we thought we knew about life, death, and the nature of reality itself. It's a dizzying thought experiment, but one that forces us to confront the very fabric of existence. The multiverse theory. It's one of the most mind-bending ideas in all of science. Imagine an infinite number of universes, each one slightly different from the last. In some universes, you might be a musician. In others, you might be a physicist, or maybe even President of the United States. This isn't just science fiction, folks. The multiverse is a legitimate concept explored by physicists studying quantum mechanics and cosmology. The idea is that every quantum measurement, every random event could be splitting our universe into countless parallel worlds. Now, where does death fit into this picture? Some proponents of the multiverse theory believe that when we die in one universe, our consciousness simply shifts to another. It's a seamless transition, like flipping channels on a cosmic TV. Imagine it. You're living your life and then suddenly something happens. You die. But instead of oblivion, your consciousness makes a quantum leap into another version of you in a parallel universe. Maybe in that universe, you survived that car accident. Maybe you made that winning shot. The possibilities are truly endless. The multiverse theory offers a tantalizing glimpse into a reality where death is not the end, but merely a doorway into another existence. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? To think that some part of us might continue on, exploring the infinite possibilities of the cosmos? Of course, this is all highly speculative. We don't have any concrete evidence to prove or disprove the multiverse theory, at least not yet, but it remains a fascinating area of exploration, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of life, death, and the very nature of reality itself. The illusion theory. Reality might be an illusion, a projection of our consciousness. Our senses bombard us with information, constructing a flawed model. What if our perception is limited, like seeing through a keyhole? Imagine for a moment that everything you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell is just a tiny sliver of a much grander reality. Our brains might be limiting our experience of the universe. Death could be like removing a blindfold, allowing our consciousness to access a wider spectrum of existence. It's a recurring theme in various mystical traditions and philosophical schools of thought. Is death the end, or just the beginning of a journey beyond the veil of perception? So far, we've explored theories that offer some kind of continuation, some cosmic drama after the curtain falls. But what if the universe doesn't care about narratives? That's where nihilism steps in, a philosophical black hole that swallows hope and despair with equal indifference. Nihilism, my friends, is not for the faint of heart. It's the unflinching acceptance that life is inherently meaningless. There's no grand plan, no divine architect, no cosmic scorecard keeping track of your deeds. It's just you, a fleeting consciousness in an indifferent universe. Now, before you fall into an existential crisis, remember, nihilism isn't necessarily depressing. For some, it's liberating. If nothing truly matters, then you're free to create your own meaning, your own purpose. It's like writing a book with no pre-written plot. Terrifying? Perhaps, but also potentially exhilarating. You become the author of your own existence, free from the burden of cosmic significance. Now, you might be thinking, Neil, isn't that a bit bleak? And you wouldn't be alone. Plenty of brilliant minds have wrestled with the implications of a meaningless universe. But here's the thing about nihilism. It doesn't offer answers. It poses questions. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable possibility that our existence is a cosmic accident, a random blip in the grand scheme of things. But even if the universe doesn't assign us inherent value, does that mean our lives have no value at all? Can we not find meaning in connection, in creation, in the simple act of experiencing this strange and wonderful reality? These are questions each of us must grapple with regardless of our beliefs. And who knows? Maybe the search for meaning is itself a kind of meaning, a testament to the enduring human spirit, even in the face of cosmic indifference. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next theory is a real humdinger. It's ancient, it's bizarre, and it just might make you look at your morning coffee in a whole new light. I'm talking about the cosmic excretion theory. Now, this theory posits that we are all, in essence, microscopic cells within a much larger cosmic being. Imagine the universe as a single gargantuan organism, with galaxies swirling like atoms and stars igniting like synapses. Within this grand cosmic being, we humans are just tiny, insignificant cells, going about our daily lives completely oblivious to the larger organism we inhabit. We think we're independent, but in reality, we're part of something much, much bigger. But here's where it gets really interesting. Death, according to this theory, isn't a grand exit, a soul departing for the great beyond. It's more like, well, excretion. That's right, folks. When we die, our essence is ejected from the cosmic organism like waste products, deemed no longer necessary for the grand scheme of things. Neil, are you telling me that death is just a cosmic bowel movement? And to that I say, hey, I'm just the messenger. But there's a certain unsettling poetry to this theory, don't you think? We're just a small part of a much larger system. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about reality, because we're diving headfirst into the mind-bending world of solipsism. This theory takes the idea of subjective experience to its absolute limit. Solipsism, my friends, is the ultimate ego trip. It proposes that the only thing we can be absolutely certain of is the existence of our own minds. Everything else, the universe, the planets, your annoying neighbor, are just projections of your consciousness. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a character in a dream. You experience the world around you, interact with other characters, but it's all just a figment of your subconscious imagination. That's the essence of solipsism. It suggests that we're all living in our own private simulations, and everything we perceive as external reality is just a construct of our own minds. Now, if you're starting to feel a little dizzy, I don't blame you. Solipsism is enough to give anyone an existential crisis. If everything is a projection of your consciousness, then when you die, the entire universe dies with you. No grand afterlife, just the abrupt cessation of your subjective experience. It's a chilling thought, but it raises fascinating questions about reality. All right, space cadets, let's dive into some of the oldest and most enduring theories about what lies beyond the veil, each with its own unique spin on the afterlife. Christianity presents us with the classic heaven and hell dichotomy. Hinduism takes a more cyclical approach with reincarnation. Kind of makes you wonder how many times you've already been around the cosmic block, doesn't it? These beliefs provide comfort and meaning to billions, offering a framework for understanding our place in the universe. But let's be clear, these are matters of faith, not scientific evidence. We can't exactly send a probe to heaven or measure the karmic energy of a soul. The universe is full of surprises, and we're constantly expanding our understanding of its mysteries. Okay, folks, brace yourselves because things are about to get real. Existentially real. Let's talk about total annihilation. The theory that when you die, it's game over, lights out, end of the story. No encore, no cosmic curtain call. This theory, rooted in materialism, posits that consciousness is purely a product of our physical brains. No brain activity, no consciousness. It's like a computer. Turn off the power and the data disappears. No backup, no cloud storage for your soul. Now, for some, this notion is deeply unsettling, even terrifying. The idea that our existence, with all its joys and sorrows, triumphs and failures, simply ceases to exist can be a tough pill to swallow. It challenges our innate desire for permanence, for meaning beyond our fleeting physical lives. The universe doesn't care about our feelings. It operates according to its own laws. Death may be the ultimate expression of that indifference, but our experiences are rich and wonderful. Love, creation, and experiencing the universe are extraordinary. Accepting oblivion can make life more precious. Cherish your connections and leave your mark. Well, there you have it, fellow explorers of the cosmos. 10 of the most disturbing, thought-provoking, and perhaps even hopeful theories about what happens after death. From eternal cycles of reincarnation to the cold embrace of oblivion, we've journeyed through a spectrum of possibilities, each challenging our understanding of life, death, and the nature of reality itself. No one truly knows what happens after death, but exploring these theories gives us insight into how humans process the unknown. Whether through faith, science, or speculation, our desire to understand the afterlife reveals one universal truth. We all want to believe there's more.